Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. I hope you're doing well. I am quite good. I hope you're having a great weekend. I am, as far as I know. I recorded this on Friday. I might be having a lousy weekend, but I doubt it. It's a weekend. It's one of my last few weekends before football revs up. I'm going to have a good time. So, we're going to talk about something that I haven't touched on in a few DDs, and someone reminded me that I've never really sketched out who I want if, and that's a big if, the ACC comes apart. So we'll get into that in just a second. But let me remind you that we're sponsored by Millwright Golf Clothing. Yep, I snuck that in first. You like that? And you can get 10% off with the Life of Fitz discount. Go check out the link down there in the story. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up, and leave those comments. Just check out when there's a lot of comments on a story, and check out the views. You just fuel that algorithm for us. So thank you very much. On with the DD and another one about the ACC. Now, we had J.J. Kitchen, a buddy of mine I've met doing shows here on the YouTube machine, and he covers Pitt. It has an incredible channel. Go get that. College football, talking college football, J.J. Kitchen. Love it. So J.J. presented the ACC view and made a great argument why this isn't going to happen anytime soon, an argument with which I totally agree. As much as Big 12 fans would like this to be a Pac-12 redo and have it all go down this summer, it's not. At the earliest, it would be next year for the 26 season, but I think it'll probably be more for the 27 season by the time the court cases work through and all that. So I still think there is a divorce in the works. There is some real hostility between the ACC and at least one member, Florida State, if not two, Clemson, which is kind of laying low key, but also wants to leave. I think they will find a way to get out. And if they do, some people think they'll come to the Big 12. Now, there's great arguments for why that won't happen, starting with if the Big 10 or SEC want them, they're going there. Duh. But what if they don't want them, which is also out there being reported? Now, I personally think when it comes to shove, the Big 10 or SEC are going to take them. Look at Oregon and Washington. When it came down to the wire, the Big 10 took them. I think the same thing. But if they've divorced the ACC and don't get an invite, I think Brett Yormark, through consultants, is laying out a great plan of attack for those schools to join the Big 12 and raise up the Big 12 by adding their brands and two others from the ACC and lifting the entire conference up right at that window in 2027 when the ACC is going to go through an adjustment from ESPN, a peek in, a look in, and we'll see how that all plays out. Here are my two schools I would like with Florida State and Clemson if those two would join the Big 12. That's a lot of hypotheticals right in a row, but here we go. Now, I've already done a DD on the fact that Louisville and Miami are the next two in TV ratings. Those four schools dominate the TV ratings for football in the ACC, getting 53% of their ratings over 8 of the last 9 seasons, leaving out the weird pandemic season. Those are the most valuable brands if you're the Big 12 and looking to improve your standing. But I don't think Miami's a real good fit for the Big 12. Now look, I was born in the Miami area in West Palm Beach. I would love to be able to go back on a regular basis, but I just don't see Miami wanting to be in the Big 12 at all, let alone the Big 12 saying, yeah, we want this large school in Miami that doesn't get fans, they play in an NFL stadium. It just doesn't, culturally, it just doesn't fit for me. So that leaves us 3 schools in my estimation. North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt. Pitt, let's start there. That's J.J. Kitchen's school. I think Pitt's a good geographical fit for the conference, and in this world of loving just incredible rivalry games, Pitt, West Virginia, the backyard brawl is among the very best. Those are the arguments for Pitt, but boy, I tell you what, Pitt fans don't seem to really want to be in the Big 12. They would rather stay in a weekend ACC from everything I'm seeing. That's odd, but I get it. Virginia Tech is a natural fit for the Big 12. This is a Big 12 institution in almost every way, except now their football has started to slip. And while I know it might be temporary, the ratings they're getting for football right now are alarming. It might be a function of the platforms on which they are playing. They might not be getting good time slots or good platforms. I get that. But those ratings are really bad, amongst the worst in the ACC. And that leaves me with North Carolina State. North Carolina State also fits the Big 12 quite well, but they also bring a lot of really good sports. They've had success in baseball, both basketballs and football this past season. It's a great area of the country in which to be. Having a footprint in North Carolina, I think, significant. So if it was up to me, honestly, my schools coming into the Big 12 from the ACC would be Florida State, Clemson, Louisville, and North Carolina State. But times change, information changes, and this will probably need to be updated between now and whenever this starts to go down, if ever.